Welcome to our crypto weekly market updates with your host FD465.tv, and this week we are going to be covering the state of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, where are they, what's happening around them, the recent Solana airdrop, and the explosive moves from the likes of Chainlink and Pythnetwork, as well as the dangers that are being posed to Ethereum by its upcoming upgrade. Keep watching. So guys, what I'm going to share with you in this video is not meant to be financial advice. These are just my own views and the views of those who help us research some of this content, so please do not take it as any advice of any sort. If you want to know more about what we're talking about, please do your own research, and if you are from the UK, please note that this video is not targeted at UK audiences. Why? Because the UK authorities are trying to protect you from investing into cryptocurrencies, so in other words, they're trying to protect you from losing money. Anyway, so let's come back to this week's subject matter, our crypto market weekly updates. It looks like the crypto markets are consolidating during this period of sideways moves by Bitcoin. Could this be the calm before the storm? All signs are pointing in that direction, and in this video we shall explain why, based on some information that is starting to seep through. We are also going to cover the state of the Bitcoin spot ETF. How have they grown over the past week? Do we have any clear leaders yet? And are they any different from last week? We also have some news from the XRP front, if we can cover that. In other news, we want to share our own experience as far as the recent Solana airdrop is concerned, and here I'm talking of the Jupiter airdrop, which took place during the week under review. And let's also look at what could be behind the explosive moves behind Chainlink's Link token as well as Pythnetwork's Pyth token. Both their token prices have seen some significant moves of late. We will explore what that could mean and where that is coming from. We are also going to cover why we think that Ethereum's latest upgrade could be bad for the ETH coin itself. So keep watching, and we'll also try to see if we can squeeze a few more things. Starting with the Bitcoin spot ETF then, or the spot Bitcoin ETF. The spot Bitcoin ETF continued to bring more inflows into Bitcoin in terms of net inflow. This is during a week when the US short intermediate government and treasury ETFs posted their largest outflows on record. And if we can speculate, where do you think those funds are headed or could be headed? Let me know in the comment section. Meanwhile, BlackRock and Fidelity continue to lead the charge among a cluster of spot Bitcoin ETF providers in the US, while Grayscale's outflows appear to be slowing down. And one of the reasons why Grayscale has been selling their Bitcoin in tranches could be explained by the fact that their market makers are restricted, think legally from a regulatory perspective, they are restricted to specific transaction thresholds in terms of value, hence the extended dumps of Bitcoin on the market. But if we can just indulge ourselves, one wonders what could have happened if there was no such restrictions in place. Could this have been the much trumpeted Black Swan event that some of our colleagues within the space have been waiting for? I don't know. I think that could have actually happened. Could have had that red week all the way down, because they could have, out of spite, they could have just dumped everything because people were trying to withdraw. Any thoughts again on that subject? Let me know in the comment section. As per Twitter post by a certain James Seifert as of 30th of January, or from 30th of January 2024, there were net inflows of over $247 million on that particular day, with the IBIT ETF, which is the BlackRock one, the inflows almost cancelling Grayscale's outflows. And that means the rest may have contributed to net gains on that day. As of 31st of Jan 2024, BlackRock now hold over 66,000 Bitcoin. Wow. At this rate, guys, BlackRock will have overtaken Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy, who are currently holding just over 190,000, or almost 190,000 by the end of the third quarter of this year. What do you guys think? Do you think it's quite feasible that BlackRock, it was bound to happen at some point, but could it be as soon as the third quarter? I'm not sure, but it might just happen. Meanwhile, Fidelity currently remain in second spot, and they now hold around 50,000 Bitcoins. And the most fascinating fact about all this is that the spot Bitcoin ETFs are only being bought by retailers and traders. Institutions are yet to enter the race, since they require more time to perform due diligence, and some of it is actually determined by timeframes set out by regulations, so they cannot fast track the process or expedite the process. Some experts are putting a real time frame for large institution inflows to be around 3 to 6 months from launch, which coincides with the Bitcoin halving. If this is even half true, then ladies and gents, we ain't seen nothing yet. Again, just my own opinion. Just how many zeros, by the way, do you think are going to be added to Bitcoin's market cap first and foremost, and the wider crypto ecosystem? We may just about to witness FOMO on a different level from both institutions and retailers not wanting to be left out. I mean, plenty of retailers are still on the sidelines waiting for that final dip. I don't know how many dips they need. We just had one recently. In other news on the spot Bitcoin ETF front, digital asset investment firm Valkyrie have become the first spot Bitcoin ETF to diversify the custody of their Bitcoin, according to a recent Securities and Exchange Commission filing. In a move to enhance security and reliability, Valkyrie is now working with BitGo, another custodian provider, in addition to Coinbase, to safeguard their funds. Of course, that just makes sense, doesn't it? What if something happens to Coinbase? So yeah, they are taking some steps to improve their risk management activities or risk management strategy. Now, let's move on to the XRP exploits. Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen has revealed that some of his personal XRP accounts were compromised. So here we are talking of accounts. Wow. And 213 million XRP was stolen, worth a whopping 112.5 million at the time of the hack, making it the largest hack of 2024 so far. On the same subject, Binance, the centralized crypto exchange, has since frozen $4.2 million worth of XRP from the reported $112 million worth of XRP had. We just hope that Mr. Larsen's family will not have to join the food bank queues or go for coupon. That will be terrible, wouldn't it? But how much does he actually own in terms of the XRP? Assuming this could have been just one wallet, and also assuming that Chris Larsen practices his security for someone who has been within the space for such a long time. More XRP red flags for me, and because of that, I remain out of this one. What about you? Do you hold XRP? Let us know in the comment section why you also hold it. At the moment, it feels like it's one issue after another. And now on to the much trumpeted Jupiter airdrop. Did any of you guys qualify for this airdrop, which could be the biggest of 2024? We don't know yet. It could be. I think this one was larger than Arbitrum back in 2023. Still, there were issues with network scaling, and the Solana blockchain handled the volumes reasonably well, considering most networks will have just caved in. But Solana did quite well, I think. And for example, if you consider what happened with Cardano when they first introduced smart contracts, we got down to crawling speeds. And do you still remember that Sunday swap experience? Yeah, I still do. And I suspect that incident is what contributed to Sunday swap's slow growth. I plan to share my Jupiter airdrop experience in a separate video that I also plan to make the first one ever to be posted on our Patreon channel. I'll leave the links in the description as well to our Patreon channel, and when we post the video, we'll try and share a link on X as well as on Facebook so you can go and watch it. Want to try and start driving some of the traffic to our Patreon channel. Mind you, on Patreon, we're sharing some stuff we're not even making videos on, and some of it is, most cases, is time sensitive. So go read about it yourself if you like reading that. They're not big articles, they're very small. You're talking of paragraphs in most cases. Anyway, so if you listen to some of the testimonies from those who won big with this latest Jupiter airdrop, it all comes down to dedication, belief, and commitment. However, my own path to this Jupiter airdrop was one of a kind, and I don't share that with a lot of people. Be on the lookout for that video that I'm talking about. I think you will find it fascinating. So maybe I should be sharing anything that I'm doing so that you guys might, from time to time, you might glean some alpha from whatever I'll be sharing. Now, let's move on to the next subject of the explosive moves from the leading oracles in Chainlink's Link token as well as Pythnetwork's Pyth token. What's behind their recent price surges? Let's start with Chainlink. The Chainlink team are aggressively promoting their CCIP protocol, or cross-chain interoperability protocol. And this time they are citing a report by some little-known Swiss-based entity, Swiss FinTech Innovations, who they claim reference Chainlink CCIP. Now, the funny thing with these reports of this nature is that they do get sponsored, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to earn any credibility, claims like these need to be based on independent party findings. Not suggesting that Chainlink may or may not have paid for this report, but if this latest price pump is based on this report alone, then maybe we may have a sustainability problem with Chainlink, as the association with the paid report suggests headline chasing and token pumps, because they might see that they are losing the social media battle and they are trying to inject some energy into their project. That's just bad practice. That if you take into account that only 7.67% of Chainlink's tokens is staked, and a token liquidity of 85.3 million for a token with a fully diluted value of 18 billion or market cap of 10.23 billion. Something is missing in this picture, but I also think some of these figures, they are very hard to believe. They're coming from DeFi Llama. If you're aware of any other reason why the Chainlink token has all of a sudden started surging, I know it's been on a rip in recent times, please let us know in the comment section. It may turn out to be something as simple as the price catching up to the fundamentals and value propositions on offer. You can never be sure with some of these things. As for the Pythnetwork's Pyth token, what comes to mind is the recent availability of staking the Pyth token, with holders of the Pyth token expecting additional rewards or tokens from projects working with Pythnetwork. The Pyth token staking is now around 40% 47.54% of its market cap in terms of value. In addition, Binance, the largest centralized exchange, has now listed the Pyth token on its exchange, which explains the sudden surge alongside staking. Is Coinbase listing next? We'll watch and wait. And finally, onto the Ethereum and its upcoming protocol upgrades. The latest upgrade has been christened Cancun upgrade. The Cancun upgrade, also known as Cancun Denim, God, who comes up with these names, is expected to be completed in the first quarter of 2024 and will focus on increasing scalability and efficiency of the network through 5 Ethereum improvement proposals, or EIPs. And it is EIP 4844 that is the most important to what we are covering here today, as it lowers gas fees for layer 2 transacting. Now, if layer 2s are going to be cheaper than they are today, then expect the Ethereum mainnet to be used less and less. And if that happens, then that also means less transaction fees are being collected in ETH. And you know what that means? First and foremost, a cheaper Ethereum network that everyone will rejoice at. But could that also spell the death of Ethereum's deflationary mechanism that was introduced with so much fanfare just last year? The less ETH is collected in gas fees, the less is banned, and that deflationary mechanism is no more. What do you guys think? Do you think EIP 4844 will change Ethereum's banning mechanism for the West or for the better? Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Anyway, that was a quick one for this week's crypto market reviews. What are your thoughts, guys? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. If there are any other subjects you want us to be covering during this exercise, let us know in the comment section. Until the next one, bye for now.